More than 6,000 people were killed in Mexico's drug war in 2008, and the first 2 months of this year were filled with even more bloodshed.
I think it's deadly serious.
Fears about a spillover of violence into the U.S. brought Senator John Kerry and 2 other members of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to the border Monday, trying to figure out what to do about the violence in the Mexican drug cartels.
They can play off our confusion. They play off our lack of commitment. They play off the lack of resources. They know where the holes in the system are. They know that we haven't committed the troops that were supposed to be committed.
But here in El Paso, violence has not seemed to spill over, and most people who live here and who testified today do not want U.S. troops on the border.
I think bringing the military, one, would be unsafe. What a soldier does is different than what a police officer does or a federal agent does, and I think bringing that combination to the border I think would actually make things more dangerous at this time.
Still, changes are needed. According to the ATF, nearly 90% of guns in Mexico came illegally from the U.S. At border crossings, nearly every car coming into the U.S. is stopped and searched, but there are virtually no searches on cars headed into Mexico.
You don't see large shipments of firearms being secreted in a tractor-trailerless. You're seeing what we call land trafficking, where you might have 1 or 2 individuals with 1 or 2 firearms on them sneaking across the border that way. But I think southbound inspections would help a great deal.
Even those searches are far from perfect. On days like this, when southbound cars are being checked, massive traffic jams are created, and it's easy for a smuggler to figure out something is going on and cross at another time. That's why many people say there is only so much that can be done here on the U.S. side of the border.
The greatest part of the armies that the cartels are using are the policemen.
Ricardo Garcia Carillas is a former police chief in Juarez. He says corruption continues to run rampant. Recently, nearly half the Juarez police force was weeded out, which helped on one front, but left the department woefully understaffed. According to Carillas, cartels put heavy pressure on police to work with them.
Why were you only the chief for the 1 year?
That is a very hard question to answer publicly, sir.
Before leaving, Senator Kerry stressed while Mexico is facing significant challenges, he does not believe it is a failed state. Rich Matthews, The Associated Press, El Paso, Texas.